If your brain feels like multiple tabs are open and nothing is loading, then you can finally relate how it feels like to study with ADHD. And imagine trying to focus like that. It's chaos. It's like trying to control a room full of hyper squirrels. But here's the part most people get wrong. ADHD doesn't mean you are bad at learning. It just means that your brain plays by different rules. And once you understand those rules, things start to click. Let's start with the real problem. ADHD is not laziness. You are not broken. You are definitely not weird. Your brain just rejects boring repetitive systems because your ADHD brain do not have sufficient dopamine to continue. Long study sessions, forced discipline, and fake motivation quotes don't work for our ADHD dopamine deprived brains. What your ADHD brain actually craves is stimulation, novelty, and quick rewards. That's why when you open Instagram for just 2 minutes and then 40 minutes just disappear, your brain is actually chasing quick dopamines, and study doesn't usually provide that. But what if you could change that? What if studying actually worked with your brain instead of against it? For doing that, you actually need to first ditch long study sessions completely. Instead of forcing yourself into hours of deep work, break things into short, aggressive bursts. Use your first 5 minutes to plan exactly what you will do. Then the next 10 minutes of full focus, no distractions, no switching tabs. After that, take 5-minute break and give yourself a small reward. A song, a snack, a quick walk, or anything enjoyable. Then repeat the cycle a few times. This technique might work because your brain loves urgency and a quick burst of dopamine. You'll often get more done in those 10-minute sprints than in an hour of distracted studying. Now also let's talk about the environment. Studying in the same place every day can kill your focus. Your brain actually starts associating same sports with boredom, and then it just quickly shuts off. That's why you need to change things. You can try moving around more often than you think you should. Sit at your desk, then switch to the floor, then maybe a balcony or even a different chair. Even small changes create a sense of novelty, and that alone can boost your focus. You can also set up multiple study sets and then rotate between 20-30 minutes of each set. It tricks your brain into thinking something new is happening, and that keeps engagement alive, that keeps urgency and novelty alive. Next, you need to make studying feel like a game, because honestly that's what your brain responds to the best. You can use timers and try to beat them. You can also track your progress like points or levels. You can try turning chapters into missions and reward yourself when you complete them. You can use colors, diagrams, mind maps, as anything visual is better than just plain text. Also remember that passive reading is the fastest way to lose focus, but interaction keeps your brain involved. Movement is another crucial factor that you need to consider. If your body wants to move, then don't fight it. ADHD brains regulate better with motion, not stillness. So walk while revising or stand instead of sitting. You can use a stress ball, fidget, or even do light exercises during breaks. It might sound weird at first, but movement actually improves concentration. Then comes one of the biggest rules: one tab, one task, one goal. ADHD brains love multitasking, but they struggle to complete even the one thing. That's why you need to simplify things and focus on one thing at once. If you're watching a lecture, close every other tab. If you're solving questions, don't mix it with notes or random browsing. You should set a clear small goal like finish question 3, not study everything. Short, specific goals are easier to start and easier to complete, and that completion is actually what gives you momentum that makes starting the task even easier. At the end of the day, studying with ADHD isn't about trying harder. It's about designing a system that aligns with how your brain works. You don't need to force discipline like a machine. You need to build a system that feels engaging. And that's why since the last few years I have been experimenting on myself, and I have finally discovered my own self-discovered coping techniques that help me to hyper-focus on those tasks that I do not even want to do. I have compiled all my self-discovered ADHD focus methods in my ADHD solver guide. You must check out the guide if you want a consistently working system that will help you defeat action paralysis and focus on things that you want to do. And remember that if you start making your own system today, then it will take a lot of time. That's why you can use my own coping system and study the whole day right from today itself, without daydreaming, without procrastinating. The guide link is in the bio. Trust me, this is the only thing you need to get productive and study consistently.